Hello and welcome to a prospecting update video. Now this video is going to be your full guide on the new shrine update. Now this update does seem quite small compared to all the others, but there is still some good stuff to check out. So here is the changelogs for this week. So this was posted in the Discord by the owner of the game, Hi, and the changes for this week include a new event, Modifier Surge. Now, I have seen the Modifier Surge during an admin abuse event, which I'll be showing later in this video. And then, next up, we have the main part of the update, Shrines in Infernal Heart and Timelocked Sanctuary, which can be used to extend their duration. So now, in the Infernal Heart and the Timelocked Sanctuary, we can now make those areas last longer. Because if you didn't know about both of those areas, they're only open for half an hour and then they close for half an hour. So now we can extend that time. And then next we have collection tracks total amount collected per ore. Wasn't tracked until now, so it will start at 0. So every time you get an exotic, a mythic, a rare, it will now tell you how many of those you have had in your collection. And then we have a few more wandering NPCs added to different locations. Now, the wandering NPCs were only added to Caldera Island like a couple of weeks ago. So now there is wandering NPCs in a few more locations. So there must be like a plan with those in the future on what they can do. And then last but not least, we have Santa's Bag uses Eternium as catalyst instead of North Star now. So if you want to mutate your Santa's Bag, you don't have to use the North Star exotic anymore, which is no longer in the game. You can now use Eternium, which is still very hard to get, but at least they have added a way to mutate your Santa's Bag, which is amazing. So they are the changes for this week. Apparently this week was just a small update. So we're going to be checking out everything on that list, starting with the mutation surge. Now, like I said before, I did see the mutation surge during an admin abuse event, so I'm going to show you that footage now. All the admin events have just started. Wait, what event is that? Mutation Surge. Wait, what? I've never seen a Mutation Surge before. Rainbow event has just started with a Mutation Surge as well. So they are two unique events. So it looks like Mutation Surge is a new event. So that is the Mutation Surge. I'm not exactly sure on what it does. If I find out before posting this video, I will let you know now. So these are the Mutation Surge effects and what it does. So now we're going to move on to the main part of the update, which is the shrines. Now what time is it? It is 25 past the hour. That means the area that should be open is the Infernal Heart. So we're going to warp device to the magma furnace. And then we're going to head to the Infernal Heart. And let's see if we can find a shrine. Now, I don't know what we're looking for exactly. Maybe like a statue. And there it is. Inactive. Infernal Shrine. There it is. Whoa. So let's see what we can do to extend the time. So you extend the Infernal Heart for 30 minutes for 1,000 shards. Now can I, let's say I extend it for 30 minutes. Can I then extend it again for 30 minutes? No. Okay, so I can only extend the Infernal Shrine once for 30 minutes. So it's not like you can stack up like 8 hours. So you can AFK overnight. You would still have to activate this shrine every hour. But it's nice that there is a new item in the game that can help you extend the Infernal Heart and the Timelocked Sanctuary. Now, I do want to see what the Timelocked Sanctuary one looks like, but this is the Infernal Shrine. And as you can see on the Infernal Heart time, it has gone up to 47 minutes and 40 seconds now. So I wonder, when the Infernal Heart is meant to open again in 16 minutes, would it just add an extra 30 minutes? That's an interesting question, or will it reset the timer? So while we are waiting for the Timelocked Sanctuary to open in the next 15 minutes, let's see what else is on the change logs. So, we have checked out the modifier surge, we have checked out one of the shrines, collection tracks total amount. Let's see what that is all about. So if we go into our collection and start clicking some items, it says total collected 0. So I have done a bit of digging since this update and it says I've collected a total of 0 with these ores. So I'm assuming you actually have to collect them inside of your inventory for it to count. But if I go to something like Vine Heart, because I was digging for some Vine Hearts, I have collected a total of 14 of them since the update has dropped. And my highest weight is 74 kg. So now in the collection, you can see how many of the items you have collected. But it only works if the item goes into your inventory, not if you have auto sell on, which kind of sucks, but it does kind of make sense. It does say items collected, and to be able to collect an item, it would have to go into your inventory, so it does kind of make sense. Now, with the new wandering NPCs, you can actually see one walking around at the frozen peak, and this is the Adventurer. So let's see if I can actually speak to the Adventurer. I wonder who the richest person is here. My parents used to be miners. I want to be just like them. Oh, okay. So are these NPCs are just for you to talk to? Like, what's the point of these NPCs? There has to be something coming in the future where these NPCs will actually do something. Or are they just decoration to make the map feel less like empty? With these NPCs walking around, it might make the game feel a bit more alive. I have also noticed there is some wandering NPCs added to the Deep Root Spring. There is one over here, but for some reason it's just walking flat. And this one is called the Adventurer as well. So it seems the new NPC that has been added is the Adventurer. And I found another Adventurer at the Rubble Creek Deposits. Hello mate, how you doing? There is another Adventurer right here. But they are the new Adventurer NPCs added to the game because they first added NPCs on Caldera Island. Like, you can see a bunch of NPCs walking around on this island. But I do feel like interacting with them, it should do a little more than just talking. I feel like they do have a plan with the NPCs. Now, the Santa's bag at the Mutation Forge. So now, when I mutate the Santa's bag, required catalyst is Eternium. So you can now get a prismatic Santa's bag if you don't have North Stars. This is amazing. Like, I wonder if you still can use North Stars, or if North Stars are just like done now. Because I'm pretty sure I do have a North Star, I do. So it's not picking up the North Star anymore. It's now changed entirely to Eternium. But that is good because now, if people don't have the North Star but they do have the Santa's bag, they can now just use Eternium to get prismatic, or diamond, or gold, or silver. The last thing to check out in the update is the Timelocked Sanctuary Shrine. Now, the Timelocked Sanctuary has just opened. That was perfect timing. So we're going to head down and see what the shrine looks like. And there it is. The Timelocked Shrine. Now, how much does it cost to extend the Timelocked Shrine for 30 minutes? It costs 2,500 shards. So let's do a little test. And done. Jellyfishjim extended the Timelocked Sanctuary by 30 minutes. And this is what the shrine looks like when it is activated. So with both of the Timelocked and the Infernal Heart shrines, it seems you can only extend them once at a time. So for 30 minutes at a time. So now if we look at the timer for the Timelocked Sanctuary, it is now 58 minutes and 56 seconds. And that is the full guide for the new Shrine update in prospecting. So I have shown you all of the new changes in this game this week. And hopefully you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, then make sure to leave a like. And if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow with your daily prospecting content. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.